Hey everyone, it's Brennan the Paleo Dude back with another Jurassic World toy review. Today we'll be taking a look at the brand new Camp Cretaceous Extreme Chomping Spinosaurus. This figure is outstanding. It was leaked a few weeks ago, maybe like a month or two, and now it's finally hit stores in Australia, in Canada, which is actually today in which it was released. Well, here in BC, I think it was also released on the other side of Canada, more or less later or earlier. That's because I also pre-ordered one of these on walmart.ca, and the day after I pre-ordered it, it actually went out of stock. I don't know if it will be back in stock. From what I've heard, it's still out of stock on there, but now it's finally hitting shelves, so all you Canadians following me out there, I suggest grabbing it before it disappears, because as we all know, with the last two Spinosauruses, they just appear and disappear and never get restocked again. Very sad. For some reason, I kind of feel like that won't be the case, but who knows? You don't want to take the chances, right? Right off the bat, it's huge. The box is massive. It doesn't come with a detachable tail like the older Spinosaurus, the legacy one. And what's great about this figure in particular is it sports an even more vibrant and, in my opinion, a little bit more realistic color pattern to the movie, though I'm not sure. I'd have to compare it later, of course. Along with this figure, there's two others released in Canada that were also at Walmart. We've got the Sarcosuchus and the albertosaurus, but these guys were not in their regular packaging. They were also in Camp Cretaceous packaging, which is pretty cool. On the back, we have a recolored version of the Spinosaurus from Legacy Collection, with that chomping action being shown off, vibrant colors, and some other facts and whatnot. Let's flip it over again, back to the front. Right off the bat, of course, it's got the arrow with the button showing the chomping feature that you can do. The tongue is loose in there on a kind of joint that goes up and down, and the tongue's rubbery. The claws, I'm not too big of a fan of, because as you can see, they're not colored. They left them brown just like the skin. Oh, it's such a travesty, like, or tragedy, I don't know. Just the fact that they're not painted, and the previous Spinos had painted nails, it's kind of disappointing, but the figure more than makes up for it in a really beautiful and nice paint scheme. Let's see if it's just as loose as the previous Spinos. Let's get it out of the packaging. I think it also comes with two feet connectors, so you guys are going to have to bear with me as I struggle to unbox that. Also, the box is pretty cool. It's nice to see the upscaled Camp Cretaceous artwork again. I'm not even going to bother with fidgeting with the package. As you can see on the bottom, there is a square or rectangular tab. You stick your finger in there, and you pull it open, and that will give you access to the pegs holding the feet in. There you go. And then from there you just kind of rotate that until you feel it come loose. There we go. Rotate this. Oh, maybe not the white piece of paper. Come on. Or not. Okay, so the white piece of paper is going with it. I think I actually need to pull the tab up. There we go. It was kind of stuck in there. Come on. There we go. Freed from the packaging. Oh, the toenails are painted, thank goodness. Just gotta readjust those feet. The tail's not too loose, which is good. Though Mattel and their short tails, of course the Spino's got a pretty short tail still. The arms, posable. And the legs. Ooh, they're pretty stiff. There we go. That's nice. I'm glad that they're stiffer than the first Spino's legs. Don't want it falling over. The neck has multiple points of articulation, like the other two Spinosaurs, where you can rotate it however you want and get some really nice photography angles. Kids can use it for play, whip that neck around for biting and chomping. You can get small dinosaurs and stuff in the air, which is pretty cool. And again, they should have definitely painted the claws like the feet. That would have made the figure even more perfect in a way, but can't have everything though. I'm sure people will repaint those when they get the figure. Another cool aspect of this is the color on the tail. I don't know if you can see it. Let's move it forward a little bit more. The color on the tail is a continuation from the back, so they don't just leave it the same color, which is nice. And it kind of transitions into a more lighter color down to the tip. And it kind of complements the body armor. You can see the armor along the sail is a lot more condensed, compacted, and larger or thicker compared to the scales along the body. And they did a nice job highlighting that with a darker brown. And then some of the scales have individual kind of cream color paint, which is also on the sail, which is nice. And it kind of keeps that original color, just gonna knock everything over, from the Spino, with the kind of red on the tip, having a white down the middle, and instead of being in a gray, it's in that brown. The heads of the Spino, of course, are the same, but one's got a green eye, and the other an orange eye, which is interesting. Would have been neat to see if they went with another green eye. Obviously, since this guy's in Camp Cretaceous packaging, there was a few rumors or ideas that it would be in Camp Cretaceous, which it was not, and we now know a lot of figures that are released in Camp Cretaceous packaging. Some of them do not come out or are not planned to be in the show. Gonna knock everything over again. Okay, so let's grab that scan code off the bottom of the foot. There we go. And again, I would recommend buying this figure if you have friends in Australia or Canada. You can always get those from them if this does not come out in other countries, though I'm really sure it will come out in the States. I've heard from multiple people that this is planned to be released in the US. I think it's been spotted online in a few places, and it's definitely going to be more widespread, as most of the Camp Cretaceous has been so far. And of course, this figure is very sought after because of the things that happened with the last two Spinosaurs, where distribution was wonky, which I think or hope Mattel will jump on top of. Now we can go for a little size comparison. For those of you not familiar with the original mold, this guy, or gal, is around the same size as the Tyrannosaurus from Camp Cretaceous, from tail tip to snout. It is slightly longer. And let's see if we can stand them up kind of on their hind legs. Again, I really like this figure because its joints aren't loose, but that might vary from figure to figure. You can make it stand taller than the Tyrannosaurus Rex, like that. And you can also see there's Toro from Camp Cretaceous compared to them. So we've got 3 large carnivores from this lineup. And compared to some herbivores, let's get the Sinoceratops in here. Again, I'm really enjoying those joints not being loose. It makes it easier to stand it. It looks really nice in comparison with these figures. Very stunning. And it definitely fits in well with the color scheme. You can see most of the Camp Cretaceous dinosaurs sport a kind of natural earthy color, whether it be a shade of green or brown or even beige. Most of these figures kind of fit well together in a sense. They're not too colorful, they don't stand out too much like the figures we saw in the Dinorivals toy line, and they're a little bit more vibrant, or they pop out more than the 2018 Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toy line, so they kind of fit into their own sort of region. So anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I definitely hope you guys consider subscribing, since I'm one of the few Canadian collectors who do a lot of videos and posts and whatnot. I'm definitely good for keeping y'all up to date with where figures are coming out and what distribution is like, etc. So if you guys want to see more Canadian figures in the future and videos, again, I highly recommend subscribing. And again, hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.